How we doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. I've just went out and bought myself a camper van, people. Something I've always wanted to do, and I see a few lads of getting into the camper van, and do you know how it is? Me and the wife have always spoke about it. I was going to buy a motorbike. I'd put a deposit down on a brand new motorbike, funny enough. Went to go and pick it up on the Tuesday. This was on the Friday. And I ended up bottling it. Like, I say bottling it, I didn't. I just thought, sense, you know. I'm not getting any younger, and I've done my motorbike days, and I've always wanted a camper van, so I put it to the wife, do you fancy getting a camper van instead of a bike? So she said, couldn't think of no better, so that was it, mine made up. So I cancelled that, got my deposit back, and I've went and bought myself a camper van. So I went down to Oxford to buy it, travelled down there, me and Jai, 5.5 hours there, 5.5 hours back. Bless him, he was knackered. So anyway, I've bought the camper van. Now I'll show you some pictures now of when I went to pick it up, and the pictures that I went and bought it off, you know, the pictures that I seen to go and buy it. So I'll show you them now. Right, so as you can see, it's been like a coach build. It's got the leather interior, you know, it's got all the sink, it's got the microwave in it, it's got the cooker, it's got the shower, the toilet, 2 double beds, single bed at the back, and it's all leather. It's all leather seating. But what I did know when I bought it had a bit of water damage in the roof. Obviously one of the skylights had leaked, and I still bought it, you know, and I've brought it home, pulled the roof back, and it's an absolute nightmare. It was just, once I pulled it back, it was, I'll put some videos now in. Actually, I was asking a few forums of what they're insulating the roofs with, but I'll put that video in now so you can see that. Boosh. As you can see here, it's just pure soaking here, right? Obviously this is all soaking condensation. What do you do? Obviously this is all coming out, so everything's coming out, so it's going back to bare shell. What would you suggest to put inside of there to stop this condensation before we put another load of this on? What size is that?
It's meant to be 1/2 inch, but it's turned into 3/4.
Mental. So like, they've had polystyrene up, but I wouldn't have thought polystyrene's the way forward, like. So if anyone can help us with that, it'd be much appreciated. And there's some more condensation. You can see all the condensation on there. It's just basically before we put the MDF, is it?
We're putting MDF or plywood, right. Doesn't matter, but we need something.
Before we put the MDF and plywood on, what do we put up here to stop this damp, cold, you know, getting...
And that's the cause of the leak, we think.
And this is the cause of the leak. It's all rusty and knackered. We're thinking that that's where the leaks come from, and it's just run all the way down, down, and down into here, because this is soaking as well. You can see the water coming up there. But look at the water here, man. That's mental. So what would you suggest? So yes, as you can see, the camper van is now just a shell, really. I'll give you a quick look now. There's a lot of work to do, but luckily I got the van at a reasonable price. All right, I got it. Some of the vans I went to see one down in Birmingham, which was you know, it was basically a 1995 caravan put inside of one of these, and he thought it was great. Didn't get us wrong, it was all right, just wasn't for me. You know, if I'm paying that kind of money, I want to have something half decent, you know. So I didn't buy it. I drove back home, and I found this one. Yes, it's got a lot of work, but I tell you what, the price of this one compared to the one that I was buying, there was a lot of difference, you know. So it's given me room to play, because I was willing to spend good money, you know. So that's my plan now then. What I've done is we've stripped all the roof back, and we are just neighbours walking past, probably think I'm daft talking to myself if they can see us in here. So what I've done is I've stripped the roof back, and basically found the source of the problem, which was the skylight. I'm going to get on with that and get that sealed all up. That's my next job, because I want it watertight. But what like me and my mates decided to do is to strip the whole lot back and then put all new wood in and everything. So, because it was damp, you could smell the damp, you know, and taking it back, you could see where all the water damage was. So I'll give you a quick look around now. It probably looks a right mess, but hopefully by the end of, say, January, February time, I mean, my mate reckons he'll get it done a lot quicker. I should be on the road with it, but at the meantime, I've got a lot of work to do. I'm quite looking forward to it, to be fair. I can put my own mark on it, you know. So I'll give you a quick look around, shall I? That's what I'll do, because I'm waffling, aren't I? Right, I'll give you a quick look around. As you can see, the front is absolutely immaculate, right? I mean, just ignore that. That's just a bit of the roof there fell down. But it's not in there. That roof is absolutely bang on. There's nothing the matter with this roof. Luckily, it hasn't come through to this. This is like there's a storage above here. But it's absolutely, we're going to keep the seats in. We're definitely going to keep the seats in. It's only done 31,000 miles, which is one of the reasons that I bought it. And one of the reasons that I wasn't too bothered about, you know, the bit of roof. I thought, well, I can get that fixed, but I didn't realise it was going to be this bad. But never mind, hey ho. 31,000 miles. It's a long wheelbase. In here, down here, this is just behind the seat. We have a great big water tank, all right? Massive water tank there. And in there is all the controls, all your batteries, your fuses and everything. Everything's in there. Everything's controlled from this area here. So I'll just put this back over so you can see, and I'll give you a look down there. So basically, yeah, that's what I've got down there. Everything's all plugged in. This is all going to come out. All the bulkhead's going to come out. I'll be putting a new bulkhead. That's all going to come out. And in here, in this one, we have a boiler, so it gives us hot water. We have a heating system. We have the water pump. It's all wired. It's been done properly. It's just a pity that they haven't done the roof properly, because that's been the problem. So as you can see now, the shower, the toilet, we've ripped it all apart, because this is where the water's getting to here. It's getting to basically, this is where the water got to here. It's all been, it's not damp no more now, but it's wet up there like. But as you can see, this is all that crap. We'll get all that off. That's what we're doing. We're just stripping it back, taking it all the way back to basically a bare shell, really. You know, it's got this here. It's all works. Everything's all working. It just all needs put back and cleaned properly, you know. So that's going to be the shower. The shower goes up further up here somewhere. This pulls out. This pulls out. So all good. Toilet all works. Thetford toilet. It's got an electric flush on it, so that's all good. We can use all this is the thing, you see. Everything I'm taking out, apart from the walls and the wood, I can use again, you know. Under here we've got these blinds here. These are not very good. I'm going to look at getting some more blinds for it, some better blinds. Just these, you know. This was a bed. This was a single bed. It was a 5-berth. This it was a single bed, but we're going to use this. I'm going to put the microwave up here and cupboard space as well, you know. This is a double bed here with some storage underneath. So it's got the seat belts in as well. There's a storage. Obviously this turns into a double bed. This is another storage here. So we've got the cooker and the sink. It's just because I've been buying stuff, so just ignore all that. This is the cooker and sink. This all comes up. I was going to buy a smaller one, to be fair, just so it gives us a bit more space on here, make it smaller. Pull this along, make it a bit smaller. But do you know what? I've priced them and they're absolute fortunes. They're 350 quid. So I'm just going to carry on using this. You know, this camping gear is not very cheap, like. So I'm just going to carry on using that. It's still perfect. It's absolutely spot on. Just needs a good clean. To be fair, our last come and cleaned it before was just all the problems, to be fair. So, yeah, we're going to still use that. We're going to shorten this here. So basically, the bed will be a full double, massive double there. So we'll have all that space for a bed for me and Michelle. Jai can have this one here. We'll put him a little telly up on the wall for his PlayStation. That he'll be happy. We've got the fridge, which is a WeGo fridge. It's all working, all spot on. And you've got the microwave and that here, but this is, I'm probably going to get a new microwave. It's a bit old and crappy that, so I'll probably get a nice new shiny microwave to go up in the back, because that's going to be microwave's place up there. Behind there is a garage where the lad used to have a motorbike. So what it is I'm going to use that for putting the dogs in and a bit of storage. So that's what the crack will be there. The dogs will sleep in there on the night time. If we're travelling, they'll be in here. But if we're away, we can put them in there and they'll be fine in there. I mean, they sleep outside in the kennels anyway, outside dogs, so they'll be absolutely fine in there. So yes, I'll just turn you around. Right, so there's the van. Looks a bit of a mess at the minute. But hopefully, another couple of months, we should have it done. I'm going for a couple of months. The lad who's doing it with us, Roger, the lad I grew up with, he reckons a couple of weeks. He's got a quiet spell at work at the minute. He's self-employed, so he's got a quiet spell. So it's worked out good for both of us. He reckons he can get on and get it cracked on. So looking good, really. I'd like to say it'll be ready in a couple of weeks, but I think it'll be about a month, I think. Maybe a bit longer, me, I personally think. But he thinks he'll get it done, so fingers crossed you're right, Roger, lad. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna head off now. I've got to put all this ceiling down and get it all just ready, prepped. All the side walls are coming out, and get it ready for Roger putting all the new wood and all the new stuff in. I've got to get the skylight sealed up before the rain comes. So a lot of graft going on. I don't know whether I'll put all of these videos in. I don't know. I'm going to keep on doing these videos. But I thought I'll show you it. I'll maybe show you this one, then do the end product or what, or put it on as we're building. Maybe do that. We'll see, because I don't think Roger's very camera happy like. So we'll see. We'll see what the crack is. I'll try and get bits in, because I know when I've been looking now on how to reseal the roof, there's quite a few videos on, you know. So it'll be good to add towards them for what I'm doing. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. But anyway, I hope you've all had a great New Year. Christmas. I hope it's been good, and I'll see you on the next video. Wish me luck. I'm probably gonna need it.